Hi guys, I decided to do this video about dark underarms because it's something that I have always really struggled with. It's something I've always had. To be honest, I've never really been that bothered by it until recently because my arms have always been slightly chunkier, let's say, than the rest of my body. I've always been really paranoid about having my arms on display, and now I'm doing like a healthy eating thing. I'm losing a little bit of weight. I definitely want to feel like I'm ready to like show off my arms a little bit more, but then I've got this whole issue of like black underarms, and it's not because I don't wash, because I wash every single day and I scrub with a loofah and I do all that kind of stuff. But recently I've been searching into methods of generally lightening your underarm area. So I've done a little bit of research. I've got like a whole list of stuff I'm going to try. So I haven't tried any of this stuff as yet, but it all seems to be, every time I look up like lightening underarms, lightening the skin under your arms, they seem to keep coming up with the same few things. So I'm just going to read you this vast list of stuff that I found, and I'm going to start doing it. And then over the next few weeks, I'll let you know how it's going. And if I feel like it's working, I will then show you my pits. But I don't really want to show you before because I'm actually kind of embarrassed about it. So I'm just going to tell you what research I've done, and then I'm going to tell you what I've been doing. And if you guys want to do it with me, then that would be absolutely amazing because I'd love to know what works for you. So I kind of got some natural bleaching ingredients to start with. So this is the first thing I found. Natural bleaching ingredients that you can just get out of your fridge, which again seem to be like really popular choices. So the first thing is rubbing lemons under your arms. So you take a slice of lemon, you kind of squeeze it a little bit so all the juice kind of comes out, and then you just rub the lemon under like a clean dry pit for like a few seconds. You leave it there for like, I think it's like 10 minutes or so, and then you just kind of rinse it off and then moisturize it. It says that long-term effect of that, it can actually dry the underarm area, so it also says to moisturize after you've done it. You can also make some sort of paste. So with the lemon juice, you take some turmeric powder or some yogurt and honey as a mask to kind of mix it up together and make like a paste, and you just spread that under your arms, leave it for like 10 minutes, and then just rinse it off and moisturize again. The next thing you can do is cucumbers and potatoes. So you take a slice of a cucumber, a slice of a potato, and you rub the juice from the fresh vegetable just under your armpit. Let it dry for a little bit, leave it for about 10 minutes, and then just kind of rinse it off. What you also can do with the cucumber and the potato individually is you can grate it so you get like a pulp, and then you can actually use the juice from it and turn it into a paste. So again, mix it with some honey or some yogurt, turn it into a little bit of a paste, and then just kind of stick it under your armpit and rinse it off after 10 minutes. The next thing you should really do when you're trying to lighten underarms generally is exfoliate, because we obviously use deodorant, we wear tight wearing sort of, you know, different types of material in our clothing and stuff. We get build up of like deodorants and stuff. We get a build up of, you know, moisturiser and stuff under our pits, and the armpit area, it's never really exposed. So if you get a build up of all that stuff, it leads to like smells and stuff like that. So a build up of all those chemicals can darken the area. So when you're in the shower, make sure you get one of those loofahs or one of those face sponges, you know, and just have a really good scrub under there every time you're in the shower, because you have to get rid of like the old deodorant that's been sat there the whole time. So the darkness can be due to dead skin cells, so use a loofah. You can also use some sugar and oil mixed up together and use that as a scrub, or you can get some baking soda and mix it up with a tiny little bit of water and make a little paste with it, and then just again use that as like an exfoliant underneath your armpits. Other things I've got in terms of liquid treatments, again, that you can find most of the time in the fridge or the cupboard at home, or you can go out really readily and buy these things. The first thing it says is milk. So if you mix 1 teaspoon of milk, 1 teaspoon of curd and 1 teaspoon of flour, apply it again as a paste, leave it under your armpits 15 minutes, and then rinse it off. I would be inclined to do this as much as possible, because I think if you're really determined to do this, it can't be something that you sort of stop and start. You have to just be really consistent with it. The next thing is vinegar. So it says mix a little bit of vinegar with some rice flour for a paste. Again, apply it under the armpit area, leave it for 10 minutes and then rinse. The reason I'm giving you all these suggestions is because people will have different things in their fridges and cupboards. The next thing is coconut oil, which contains vitamin E, and you can just kind of massage that into the armpit and actually leave it there, because actually it works really well apparently as a natural deodorant and a natural bleacher. So I would say that is like 2 birds with 1 stone. The next thing you can do is make your own whitening pack, kind of like you have a face pack, but make a whitening pack, leave it in the fridge as a batch and then use it like every single day. So you have to do it quite frequently. So you have to mix a little bit of gram flour, yogurt, lemon, turmeric to form like a little paste. Leave it on the underarm area for 30 minutes every day. So you want to do it every single day for 2 weeks, and then it says 3 times a week from then on, just to maintain it until the colouring is basically what you want. So I'll repeat that again. Gram flour, which for the Indians is jana flour, yogurt, lemon, turmeric, and form a paste with it. Leave it under the pits. I think just lie down just with your arms in the air and then just like whack it on and then just leave it there. The other thing is actually shaving is not very good for the underarm area. The reason so is because, number one, I think anyway, you're probably damaging the skin when you shave anyway, because you're using like a sharp razor blade on the areas. Also, if you're Asian like me, obviously your hairs are going to be quite dark, and all you're doing when you shave is cutting off the surface hair, so you've still got the darker roots underneath, which generally is going to make the underarm area look slightly darker. So if you can really start waxing, and the thing is I might start doing this under my arms if I just get one of those wax strip kits and try it. I'm going to basically start doing that definitely as like a routine thing. So instead of shaving, I'm going to start waxing my underarms, because you want to pull the hair out from the root, which I think naturally would make it look lighter anyway. Natural deodorants are also another good thing. Apparently when you buy natural deodorants from the pharmacist or the chemist, they are more expensive because they're made of certain things and they haven't got all the chemicals to kind of make up the cheaper product. So it just says chemicals are not really good for under the arms. Over time they can cause darkening under the armpits. Coconut oil again is another thing that they suggested for the underarm area as a natural deodorant and as a natural bleacher. The other thing you can do, and this isn't really like natural stuff, this is more like medical type stuff. There are actually certain skin conditions which cause you to have hypopigmentation on the skin. So theoretically you could go to your GP and see if there's anything that they can give you for it. You can try changing your diet. People that are diabetic tend to be more prone to having darker patches around their body because of poor circulation. So even massaging the skin area kind of daily, and also eating just generally healthy stuff, restricting the starch and restricting sugars specifically, it says in here. Stop taking the pill, because apparently that is another reason people get darker areas. So I don't know how true that is. It might be something worth speaking to GP about, but again, it's something I keep reading about consistently. You can also buy prescription skin lighteners for people with different skin conditions. So again, it might be worth, if it's FDA approved and your doctor has recommended it or suggested it, you can buy these over the counter kind of natural skin bleachers. And these aren't going to suddenly change your skin like 3 shades lighter, but they are naturally just going to make the area look less shadowy. And also, certain types of electrolysis and things can actually cause skin pigmentation to get a lot darker. So I heard that IPL lasering is a really good way to go about it. And I've heard that lasering, again, because you're kind of killing the hair from the root, long term it actually lightens the underarm area. But apparently electrolysis is one of those things that you shouldn't do because it can cause pigmentation because it's burning the skin. So these are my little things that I've read about recently. I'm definitely going to start them, and I think the first thing I need to do is, the first things I'm certainly going to do are changing from shaving to waxing. So I'm going to start doing that at home myself, because I really don't want to be displaying my pits to some random girl. The next thing I'm going to do is probably use like lemon or cucumber and potato regularly, because I've got that at home in my fridge. I don't even need to go out and get that. And the other thing I'm going to try doing, if I can get hold of some coconut oil, I might see how that works as a deodorant, because if it's natural and it stops me using chemicals under the arm, then I think that would be a really, really good thing. So I'm going to start these things pretty much straight away, and then in a few weeks I'll do like an update and let you know how I'm getting on. But if you end up trying any of these, or you already do any of these methods, let me know how they work for you, and I will be really, really grateful to find out any other information. But this is all what I've learnt from my research, and I don't do anything unless I've researched it properly. So I'm now going to start this. It's a whole new journey, and I want you guys to basically do it with me and see how you get on, and let me know your experiences with this kind of stuff. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.